Record. What's up, guys? I'm Cyrah. My name's right there. It says at Cyrah Omega. And yeah, that's like my contact because I'm Cyrah and I'm an Omega. This is, first of all, thank you to everybody for being here. When you didn't have to be, but you're supposed to be here. That's why you're here. I see all the beautiful faces. Not everybody probably got the memo, but just like Mark Hughes says, focus on the people that's here. So I see people on the treadmills. I see people at home like this. I see people sitting by Cristiano Ronaldo. I see people with their buttons on. Shout out people with their button on. People got product. Mama Jones got a red chair. I want that chair. The chair looks dope. Got arms on it and everything. So pretty much, I've been in the business 2 years. I'm Cyrah. I'm currently at Millionaire Team. That's my pen. My passion is just helping people, point blank, period. And I love Herbalife because it helps me help people, including myself. And one of the reasons I reached out to Garen and Tara and a lot of people on this call is that I wanted to get some shares because I heard a wonderful experience from some team members that we had at the Jacksonville LDW, which, by the way, was record-breaking because if you're out here on the West Coast, you know that the Orange County LDW, Leadership Development Weekend, is always the highest sold tickets. It's like always over 2,000 people. The speakers are always phenomenal. Just in April, we had a 15K executive president's team member, Brad Harris, who trained with Garen in Jacksonville. And we had, if I'm not mistaken, 20K executive, Keegan Servin, blew the house down. Before that, the previous year, October was extravaganza. So for July LDW, correct me if I'm wrong, we had, was that Enrique and Chris? No, Enrique and Chris, that was in April. July, like it's always these speakers that tear the house down here, but Garen, along with Brad Harris, took it to Jacksonville, and they had over 1,800 tickets sold, which made it the #1 LDW in North America. Now, I wasn't there, but I was fortunate enough to have 13 people from my organization go there to see Garen, to see each other, to experience LDW, and it was a lot of their first event. And then the fact that I wasn't there and they still went meant that it was something that they went for that was bigger than myself or anybody on this call. So I've heard the stories. They got together, they got beside themselves in a room, concentrated energy. People started giving feedback, people started getting shares. I mean, I don't want to go off what I heard. Thank you Tashelle. Shout out to Tashelle. Is it Tashel or Tashelle? She made me a sandwich. It's seven grain bread, turkey, and sharp cheddar. Don't tell nobody. So I wanted to recreate that here on the call. Everybody that was there had a breakthrough. So I asked some people, what should we do? And they said a Zoom. So I would like to get feedback first from our own upline 30K executive president's team member, Garen Jones. Maybe you can basketball pass it to Tara, and you guys can give me or give us a little bit of what you got out of that experience, and then we can just take shares from everybody else that was there at Jacksonville LDW. I went on a tab call 2 days ago, and Bob Bogart, a corporate member of Herbalife, and everybody on that call had something to say about Jacksonville LDW. The first thing he said was, I need to get on whatever nutrition plan that Garen Jones is on. He was like, I thought I was on a nutrition plan, but when I seen this guy run up on the stage, hug Danny Edwards, spin her around 10 times, then run around a stadium with 1,800 people, like running around the whole thing, come up on stage and deliver a powerful message and do that all weekend and keep the energy up, that's when I was like, we got to do a call just to get that feedback, especially because Garen was traveling and there was no Monday call. So this is an experience for us to listen and get to experience what happened at that Jacksonville LDW. So if that's cool with everybody, I would just like a thumbs up. If that sounds good. Thumbs up. Cool. I know some people are driving. Don't. Thumbs up if you're driving. Drive. And I'm going to give it to Garen, and we can just go from there. So without further much ado, my upline president's 30K executive president's team member, a.k.a. twin brother, a.k.a. have tough conversations, a.k.a. we going to make it no matter what, Give it up for Garen Jones, y'all. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Thank you, Cyrah, for having me on this call. Thank you, everybody, for being on this call and showing up for the greater version of yourself. I'm just excited to see a bunch of faces I ain't seen in a long time. What up, Megan? What's up, Clear? What's up, everybody? What up, Marcus? All day? Just faces, family of faces. What up? Today is a beautiful day simply because we woke up today. But my personal experience, and I'll give you the overall gist of everything. Before I even went to Jacksonville, I set an intention. One, I had no idea that anybody in, maybe like 2 people in Cyrah's organization was out there. And I was talking to Janaya, and I was like, hey, I'm about to create a Jacksonville LDW feed. I didn't know what to expect. And she was like, okay, cool. So I put that in there, and I just reached out to a bunch of people, and I was like, yo, I'm doing Jacksonville LDW. If you have anybody out there, I created a feed. I'm going to add you. You add them. It was 2 people in there. I went to the bathroom. Within 3 minutes, there was 43 people in there. I was like, holy crap. And then everybody was like active. They're like, oh, I'm so excited. Like team photo and this and this and this. Oh, the family gets to see each other. It was almost like they were just being in NoHo. We get so used to so many different things. But then somebody who's never been to an event has never experienced the actual, the energy of family. And so, but all they can do is go off the Zoom. So this was a lot of their first opportunity to feel what we get the opportunity to feel every day. Most of the time we take it for granted. But somebody who's never had it before, it's like, Mom, we get to go to Toys R Us? Oh my God, I want this, I want that, I want that. So that's what was going on inside of the feed. And I set an intention. Once I saw who all was there, I set an intention. I said, you know what? We're going out to this, but I'm going out to definitely make a connection with the family. It wasn't about a team. It was about, I'm going out there to make a connection with a family, going to have a meeting, and we're all going to connect. Whichever line it was, that was my intention going out there. So when we went out there, it was just like, we saw it. Everybody was sitting together. Everybody was taking each other's numbers. After the second day, and then I'll go into the training. After the second day, it was like, you know what? Let's have everybody come to my room. Everybody. Boom. We're going up to my room. And it was like 13 people from Cyrah's organization. Tara was there. Billy Grubbs was there with like 5 of his people. It was just a bunch of people from every organization. And the bulk of the conversation was, let's just be family and get to meet each other, one another, and everything. And it was the most beautiful thing. And I could tell a lot of people had never had the opportunity to speak on that kind of level in a room full of people that were speaking on the kind of level where everybody genuinely appreciated everybody. It was like tears, it was laughs, it was everything that built this family in the first place. But it was their first intro to what that really felt like. Like everybody was crying, everybody was laughing, and everybody got the opportunity to simply share what they got out of the trainings, a little bit of their whys. And you could just tell that they really, really, really appreciated what was going on. I personally really appreciated it, and I missed that feeling. And we just got the opportunity to hold for one another. And, you know, we went out, we walked the boardwalk, we danced all night. It was just straight family all day. It was straight family and everybody holding for one another. And that was my intention to do something like that. And, you know, just everybody. And I was in the room and I was like, there should not be a reason why you don't know this person And there should not be a reason why you don't know this person, because the sidelines, the maximizing and leveraging the sideline relationships is how we built such a powerful, massive momentum business in the first place. Within 10 minutes after we all got to share our personal experience, well, actually that was like 2 hours, 3 hours long, but within 3 hours of everybody sharing, you literally saw everybody taking each other's number, taking each other's Instagram, taking each other's Facebook. And I was like, yo, this is us. This is what we do. We build family, period. So just having that gave me a reason, an even bigger reason to go out there on stage and just deliver what I know was true. Is even when we argued, we always kept our focus on the bigger picture. Instead of going through stuff, we grew through stuff. And that's what made us better. And like they say, iron sharpens iron, and just people kept getting better. So just being in that environment reminded me of a lot of things that me personally that I don't do. And then I got the opportunity to just share the truth from stage with bullet points, with photos that was really near and dear to my heart. And it was just, for me, my personal experience, that was the first event I'd ever gone to where I didn't feel like there was an ounce of gray area left on the table. Like my cup was overflowed. It was full. It was filled with love, filled with knowledge. I took the opportunity to go to all the most powerful leaders that were there and ask them, how did I do? What landed? What didn't land? So instantly I had to remove my pride and ego so I could learn to become better from Danny Graham, Danny and Graham Edwards, and Carol and Ron Rosenthal and Amber Wick and all of those people, these pioneers of the company. So it was an opportunity for me to build sideline relationships while introducing the urban heroes, that sidelines to sidelines, that didn't even know each other existed, and found out that somebody's coach lived in the same city that another sideline lived in, which is 5 minutes away from their house, but they had no idea. And if it hadn't been for that event, they wouldn't have had that connection. Now, the person who doesn't have access to what we have, like here in NoHo, is out there with two people who are now inspired to build something together with just two people out in a small city, and that right there was the biggest thing for me. So the training was amazing. I gave my heart with bullet points. It wasn't just inspiration.
There you go.
Yeah, it wasn't just inspiration like it normally was. Like I had bullet points, and it was the first time where I didn't feel like, I don't want to say this because it's not corporate. I went out there and did Garen 1,000%. And I gave from my heart. I gave from 1,000%, authentic version of who I am, high energy. But I had all of the stories and the bullet points and the authentic documentation to back every single thing up. And just to see even Cyrah go up on stage and represent who we are as a team, as a family, and literally get to be there as a confirmation of what we're teaching our teams is true. That solidified everything. So it was powerful. It was powerful for a lot of people. The feedback was crazy, and I can't wait to keep doing it even more in every state and every single training, and making sure that this family stays alive. So now I'm gonna pass it to 7.5K, millionaire team. Spoke first time on an LDW stage in front of a sold out crowd like crazy. Beasted it. Give it up for Tara Malia Gregory.
Hey, everyone.
super grateful to see so many faces. This has been a life-changing month and a half for me. So many highs and so many lows that are really masked as eventual highs that are now coming to the forefront. It's just really beautiful to actually see Cyrah and Megan and a lot of the team that I haven't seen for such a long time. Because what happened in Jacksonville, in my opinion, was an extension of the family that's now come full circle, and we're back resonating together. So for me, that's what the LDW was for. I'm just going to take a couple minutes and, explain maybe a bigger picture that I saw. Everything that Garen is saying is really true. It's all the things that were happening not during the event that spoke the loudest, but they were enhanced because the message from stage and the energy in that room was in total alignment with the things that people came there looking for. I was really hit mostly by when we had a post meeting, and I can't stress enough how much those pre-meetings and post meetings, you got to get to those, because that's where the law of reflection happens. Because we're going through life as these bumblebees, absorbing all this information, and when do we have time to slow down and absorb each other and actually simply say, hey, what did you think about that? Oh, you thought that too? Cool, connection. One of the main things that I saw was a team that came on behalf of their own why, that had no idea, maybe a little bit of an idea of how epic their leadership was, until they saw it from the stage, and that the common factor, a lot of it was Cyrah's, success team, and that was so beautiful that, we got the opportunity to just get to know each other just as family. I mean, we talked a lot about focus. We talked a lot about seeing the bigger picture, taking accountability and responsibility. We talked a lot about the things that Garen was sharing from the stage, because his truth on stage is the truth he does every single day, just like all of us, are being every single day. But for me, that was the most part, getting to know Jenna and walking down the street thinking we're getting our nails done, but instead attracting like 7 to 12 people just to talk to and get to know the people of Jacksonville. The night that we got to walk down the sidewalk and had no idea what we were going to find, and just come up upon, a live band, and we got to dance with each other, and we don't just dance, by the way, we get down, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to get down, hands on your knees, everybody, like those are the moments that make you want to hold even more for people. Yeah, the marketing plan, that's dope. Knowing what's in the products, that's dope. Having focus and vision, that's dope. But like that, it must have been 2.5 hours that we were just getting down for each other. Man, when I see anybody that got down with me or their downline or success team, I'm going to hold for you extra, because I know your upline success team member knows how to get down. Sounds crazy, but to me, that's a connecting point that resonates with me, and I don't have to do anything. I get to do that, so that was really my experience, and it really just allowed me to appreciate the people that are on this team on a whole nother level. I got to meet Jenna out of Seattle. Right now, we have a team out in Washington, just in my direct success team, that just, there are sponges out there. And who knew that I'd make such an epic connection? God really brought us together, Jenna and Kendall. And they're with Billy Grubb's line, and they're like my girls, like they're my soulmates. Like we connected like that, and we talked about purpose and spirit and things like that. And now they get to plug into their communities that happen to be the communities that I was looking for other success team members to plug into, so it's like we attracted that, so for me, that's what it was. And, it was just family. It was a feeling of family. I wasn't going to go. I was going to miss all the LDWs and just come back to Hawaii and train for November for the show. But I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to go back. I actually connected with one of my ex-fiance's best friend. His name is Jamie Watkins, Vanderbilt University, walked into the hotel, and he's the first person I see. And he's basically said, I don't like my job. What are you doing? I see you on Facebook. And he lives in Jacksonville. So things like that happen They happen all the time. Just the family and community. It makes me love you guys even more. And we have great leadership. You know, it starts with Garen Jones, but it's really all the people on this call, all the faces on this call. You know, my biggest takeaway was you're empowered. So it's time to go and be aware of the people, places, and circumstances around us to create massive impact. And it starts with ourselves making powerful choices to show up to these events. Because you take a step and show up, that's when people follow. You know, I got to see Ron and Greg and just so many people that just enhance my everyday thought process back to the family. I just want to leave you with a couple quotes that came from stage. If you didn't happen to be there, these are the ones that hit me the most. You're not here for what you already know. You're here for what you're willing to learn. A lot of people are like, oh, I've already heard that. Oh, I'm not going to the success training. I already know that. I already know that. And then you hear about Garen Jones reading and listening to the Power of Positive Thinking 100 times. And then you wonder, oh, why does he function so well in the world? What am I missing? You're missing 99 times. You didn't listen to that book. You know, so that's one of the biggest takeaways. You know, another one, the average entrepreneur has 3.8 failures before they finally make it in their business. So basically prepare to fail 4 times at least before you find the success that's ordained for you on this planet. And then there's another, I will just leave you with 2 more. One is it doesn't matter how much milk you spill as long as you don't lose the cow. Don't give up ever. It don't matter how many mistakes, how many people don't get the results, how many people say no, 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 no. If that person said this, if that person said that, oh my gosh, my thing's not uploading. Instagram deleted my thing, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, I opened a nutrition club and now it's not working. What's the next funnel? It doesn't matter. As long as you got that distributor ID number, you better hold on to that thing like it's just the last piece of bread on this planet. That's all I got to say about that. So the last quote I took away from this epic leadership development weekend was, you must learn to live above your feelings and live in truth. You know, so in any given moment, you could feel some type of way. Please don't, and I'm talking to myself, don't make that the deciding factor of the vision that Mark Hughes had when we first all came in, one happy, healthy person at a time. Just because you feel some type of way in a moment, you better let that joint pass and keep it moving for the family that really starts with you. So I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity to speak on the LDW. Man, I wish I could go for another hour, but I'm taking up Cyrah Omega because he's a Cyrah and an Omega's time. I love you guys so much. Have an epic, epic call. Thank you for your time.
Okay, what about now? All right, cool, no problem. Sorry, I didn't have them headphones. So give it up for Tara, give it up for Clarence, Garen, Tara, slow clap, slow clap. Sorry, we're like shooting stuff. We got the virtual body challenge coming up. We're shooting all the videos. It's gonna be dope. So, man, I see Billy Grubbs on there. What's up, team? Look at him. Look at Billy Grubbs. So we want to hear from Billy. We want to hear from anybody else that was at Jacksonville LDW. Share whatever you got. We want 1 or 2 nuggets. We got 30 minutes to get the deepest, richest, most carrots out of every golden nugget we can get. So who's fired up about going first? And I see somebody.
Billy Grubbs.
Like they want to go. Billy Grubbs. You want to go? I don't think I missed nobody else. Y'all go and go. I'm going to know what happened in that room. All right. Go ahead, Billy. Go ahead, team.
Oh, snap. Okay, I'm on now. My fault. Y'all hear something in the background, like a little baseball game right now. But man, that was powerful. Just like Tara and Garen had said, it was just the fact that like I got more from like the post and the pre-meetings with the team, and I just felt that bond. It just felt like we were all just growing together, and like, you know, the power on the stage, and we got from like Brad Harris and Garen Jones, and that just transferred right into the room. Yeah, folks got emotional and everything came out, but I really do feel like we all got closer as a team, and we just felt like this crazy bond that, like, I don't know, it was just like, I love extravaganza, but the LDW like energy that I felt in that room and then just being around the team was just on another level, on a totally different level. So one of the main nuggets that I got from LDW was just the fact that you have to have the sideline relationships to grow. You have to be willing to be coachable from everybody around you, everybody that's on your team, not on your team, so that you can really be successful in this business. You can't really do it on your own. You can't get locked in that mindset that, oh, it's just my team, or that's the only people you're looking out for, the only people you go to. You have to build those relationships with people that are, all around Urban Heroes, all around from somewhere else, just so that you can build. Like I was telling T over the weekend, like the things that we're doing in DC across the board with so many different teams and so many different people is helping us grow as a bigger unit. And it's making Herbalife look that much better, because when we do events, we can do them together, and there's no issue. There's no one like trying to hold anything back, or they're not willing to share those nuggets with each other to help each other build. So that hearing that kind of resonate on the stage, hearing from Brad Harris and from Garen Jones, and just knowing that you have to work harder on yourself so that you can go ahead and pour more into your team and grow, that impacted me the most, because for a long time I was feeling like I was just empty, and I didn't really have my intentions when I went down to LDW. But when I left, I was just completely fulfilled with everything that I got from LDW, and being in the post meeting last night when we were all just hanging out. We just it literally, when I say I call it something like lemon squeeze. Like everybody just let everything out. No one held nothing back, and it was just everything was out on the table. And is to realize that people that you never knew that were on the team were there, and they're on your team because they're all Urban Heroes, they're all Herbalife. It's like, man, we all got something in common. And everybody exchanging numbers. I'm about to meet up with a whole bunch of folks in Philly this weekend, and just keep those bonds growing. So the fact that I was able to experience this is a blessing. I love Garen, I love T, I love everybody that was in that room. Y'all just dropped so many nuggets, and y'all dropped so much knowledge as far as how to grow as one, and not to just to look at the bigger picture overall. So that's the main thing that I got from LDW, man. I love y'all. Put this joint back on mute. Give it back to you, Doggy. Wait, one more thing. We were talking about this yesterday on a team call, how Garen had us at 5:30 every single morning to get in the pool, right? So why on the last day, while Garen's having us, he's trying to kill us in the pool, no doubt, he's really trying to kill us. And he's getting us in, he's saying something real inspirational. Why does it start pouring down rain? And it's just it's like a movie or something like that, because he's being inspirational. You got to keep pushing. You got to work together. It's pouring down rain. Dominique got her hair all messed up. She just got done. Everybody's sitting there just laughing and going on. So it was a crazy experience, and it was a great bonding experience. I just want to drop that last one before I go. Woo!
Woo! That's what I'm talking about, and that's what we want. Can you hear me, Billy? Oh, y'all can hear me. Okay. Appreciate it, team. That's what we want. We want those stories like that, the stuff that we just can't get from notes or a corporate call, whatever y'all experience. Who wants to go next? Who looks fired up? Let me take a look.
Shonda.
Uh-oh, I don't know. It's between Boss and Shonda. Boss look like he itching. I don't know. That's a good coin toss. I don't know who got a bigger smile. I think Harold is the boss, so he'll say ladies first. So let's go, Shonda. What's up, Shonda? Talk to us.
Hola, family. Hey, everybody. Oh, it's everybody.
Okay. Shout out to Ellen. Ellen was there, and she's in the air on her way to LA right now. She's on the plane.
I'm definitely not. I'm on the call.
She's a ninja.
Oh, that's a ninja move right there. Let's go. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to Shonda.
It's day.
That's crazy.
Don't get on a call and get everybody together. Yeah, guys. Jacksonville this weekend was crazy. So for me, yeah, that was my face. It's real life. So for me, it's I was telling everybody that night in the room, I was spoiled. I was used to seeing Cyrah every day. I was used to seeing Garen every day. I was used to seeing Megan and Claire and Alden and Super and Mia. I was used to seeing, if I didn't see you every day, I saw you at least 3 times a day. And I felt like I went from that to having it all ripped from underneath me to seeing no one at all. And a part of me just felt really, really empty. And although I knew that I was coming to New Orleans to make a difference and to impact my community, a part of me was bitter that I felt like I had to leave my family behind in order to do so. So I thought I had got rid of all of my excuses, but instead I came up with a whole new set to not be effective in this life. So LDW made me realize, and it showed me by the family coming together, by seeing Tara again and by seeing Garen again, by meeting Boss and Splat and Gina and everybody for the first time, my sidelines, that we see all the time on Zoom, for meeting everyone for the first time, meeting everybody in person, and then having that energy really showed me that it's not about being there in person with everybody. It's about taking the energy that feeds you at these events when you're with your family. It's by taking those one-on-one moments when Tara's like, you're dope, what are you waiting for? When Garen's like, but you 5K though. And when Boss is like, but they name Mago Aloe after you. It's like taking those moments and locking them in your heart. So when you're out in your community, or when you feel like you're on an island, you tap into those moments and you use those to shift your mindset to go out, and it's like, oh, you're going to get this shake today. You're going to learn. Everybody about to get some. Because you know that that's what your family will want you to do. You know that that's what your why will want you to do. So now you ain't got no choice but to be great. So guys, like, it's so important just really locking into the family. That's why we go to these events. That's why we meet up. Even like, you don't have to take an event for you to get connected with your family, period. If somebody's close, hook up with them. If you're going to be in town visiting your cousin, uncle, sister, hook up with a coach in that city. Do a fit club with them. Like, feel what that feels like, because you want to lock that in your heart. Super nuggets, because I know Boss is about to smash the world. So super nuggets really quick, guys. Brett Harris really talked a lot about peace. And I know a lot of times, we're like, I got to get to the next level. I got to get to the next level. I got to build a team. I got to build a team. But Brett Harris said, when you find peace and you find love and you find joy within yourself, everything in Herbalife is going to come smooth. Don't get me wrong, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? But when you find internal peace, I don't know if you guys saw that video Tara posted this morning about what happened to her. It's that same thing. If you didn't, go watch it, because it's a perfect example of that. When you find that inner peace, that inner joy with yourself, everything just flows. The pen will come, the team will come. Because we in this forever. You got a forever mindset anyway. What you rushing for? We here. Let's go. Okay. So the other thing that I had, Garen, disrespectful. Garen said, level 10 your life. So we're always talking about level 10 results, level 10 results. I want to add level 10 your life. So level 10 your actions. You can have abs, but is what coming out of your mouth matching your abs? I'm just saying. Are you branded? Are you using the products? You can do personal development, but is the way you applying it matching if you really had your shake that morning? So level 10 your life, make sure everything in your life is on level 10, is aligned with what you're doing. And when you master that, go harder. Because in Herbalife, we get the space to be great and phenomenal if you feel some kind of way. So that's like the main two nuggets I had, guys. That really just hit me hard when Brad Harris saying love, joy, and peace, keeping it internal. And when Garen was like, level 10 your life. That really made me think about everything I'm doing and the way I choose to talk to people, show up for my team, show up for myself. That really, really sat well with me. And I just want to show gratitude to everyone who was there for just loving on each other, getting to know each other, and showing up and being able to share a vulnerable space with each other no matter what. So, yay.
Awesome. Thank you, Shonda. Love you.
Love you.
Yeah. That's me. That's how I be practicing smiling like that, right? What's up to Reggie Abreu? What up, team? I see him on the call. I don't know where he went, but what's up, dog team? Ellen, it's on you because you're in the airport, so give us some nuggets. I also see Janaea. I also see Tip. I also see Gina Bina, and anybody else that was there. Y'all gonna be on. But let's go to Ellen in airport. We might hear the little lady voice, but go for it.
You hear the lady right now? Okay. Yeah. So when I seen what time it was when I landed, I was like, yes. So I hurried up and got on this link right quick. So first off, I just want to say that really impacted me just going there, because to be honest with everybody on this call, I just up and used my last to join and become a member, just because that's how hard I rock with Shonda. And I'm not going to get into the story how I know Shonda, but it's so weird, but I go hard for Shonda. And when I met everybody from seeing them online and stuff, it was like a celebrity. It was like, we're waiting to see me. I'm waiting to see people. I'm like, man, this is so, it just was a real family atmosphere in that room that day. And just being in that setting and seeing all these people just happy, just to be listening. And let me think of my nuggets. I'm out of breath because I don't gotta walk far, whatever, it's far, but I'm good. Anyway, one thing, let me see. Brad Harris said, not Brad Harris. What's the guy's name in the beginning that did the HOM? I forgot his name, but he said, love everything that you do, and then you have to just put Herbalife in it. So that's one thing that stuck out to me the most, because I doing this every day. I like when I want to wake up. I like spontaneously buying a ticket to LA, like I'm doing right now. Like, who does that? Just me. And just being able to really know why I'm doing what I know. That's what I learned when I was there. I really know why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And that's just to impact people. Like, before, I just was like, man, I'm trying to get to millionaire team, president's team. And I really didn't know why. I just wanted to because I seen everybody else doing it. But now I know why. And, that's really all I got. I'm out of breath. I'm just...
All right, we appreciate you, though, little mama. Y'all give it up for Ellen. Dope share. Ron, I see you, too. Shout out to Noble, random Noble on here. Claude Chalk, I see you, sir. I know you all was there, and we got about 17 minutes left, and we want to honor the next call that's going on to not welcome to the business, but the new coaches training, rather. So can everybody get a 1 to 2 minute share? We're going to start with Boss, and let's try to squeeze everybody in before 7 o'clock. So let's start with Boss, and how about, Boss, you pass it to the next person, then that person passes it to the next person, and we're going to keep rolling like that. Cool? Dope. Let's get some edification in there, too. It's on you, Boss.
I feel like the whole weekend, like especially just hearing Tara and Garen talk, it was like, at their level, what impacted me the most, them just inviting us in the room. It's like, it's not about how much money they made or where they are in the marketing plan. They want to connect with, they didn't even know if it was a senior consultant or whoever coming into the room, they still took the time out, to connect with that person. Also, too, I feel like, when Garen talks, it's like he'll make something click in your head, and it just remind me of just like the Saw movie when the man was on the floor the whole time, and you like, damn, you on the floor, like that's how Garen speaks. Like, he gives you a visual, and like how I told him, like, he's a communicator. He breaks everything down. Like, he's not a teacher, he's a communicator. He breaks everything down to where it's like simple, to where you can take the same nuggets that he has, and you can tell somebody that you just meet 2 seconds later. And Tara, just her presence, man, her presence is powerful. I met her on my WCW side note. And that was just it. And just to take Tiffany with me, and for her to see, like, in that room, that if you just for the first time just experiencing that, you see like it's bigger than Herbalife. Just seeing all those emotions going on, how personal everything is. That's just about it. I go on for days on Garen's nuggets, but the biggest thing that he said that I want to share is like at the end when he was like, "Okay, you took notes, right?" He's like, "Yeah, okay. it was like a hot plate. You know what I'm saying? The reference he made to a hot plate. Don't let the notes sit in your notebook. Start applying it immediately to your life. You know, we just don't want to just get on a Zoom call and take all this information, and then the next day we just go back to our daily process. And that was basically it. I'm gonna pass it on to Tip, and she's gonna drop how she felt about the whole thing.
Hey guys. So I'll try to be quick. I've been over here kind of taking notes. So first of all, like my weekend at LDW started off when going there, like me and boss were kind of like talking about the new marketing plan. So I'm like, am I a supervisor or what? Like we haven't really studied it yet, so we didn't know. Confirmation. I walk in the register. The girl was like, congratulations on becoming supervisor. I was like, what? So at that point, I was already like excited. But the honestly, just like, and you'll hear everybody say this, the biggest thing for me was to be in that room with Cyrah and Garen. Like, for one, I'm quite sure they were tired. You know, they had been talking all day. But to take that time and just, you know, talk to us and then hear what everybody else had to say, and just like the emotion in that room for like however long we were in there, it was just like amazing. And then I had never met Billy. I don't know if he's still on the phone on call, but Billy, like me and him, we have a lot in common. So like he was saying that, you know, he takes his notes, he reads his notes, and, you know, he's quick to, you know, be able to tell people what to do, you know, help them, coach them. But, you know, he had problems with applying those things in his own life, and he didn't know why. And I'm like, dang, I'm the same exact way. Like, you know, we tell people, you know, be consistent all the time, be consistent, stay on your plan. But, you know, are we really being consistent in ourselves? Are we really doing our part all the time we're telling our clients to do? And so that just like really, really hit me. Like, and then it's just like also what Garen said, you know, take that and don't just let it sit, act on it. So that was something that I took. And last thing, what Brad Harris said, he was like, and this is, you know, me being a female, we're very emotional. He said, you know, we focus too much on our feelings instead of focusing on the truth. And so that's really, really true as well. You know, you may try to get somebody on a plan, they turn you down. At that moment in time, you feel rejected and you feel like you don't want to do this anymore. You feel discouraged. But the truth of the matter is that's just one person. And the truth of the matter is that same person is going to come back a month or 2 months down the line and be like, hey, you know what? I'm actually interested in Herbalife now, or something like that. So it's like if we don't focus so much on how we feel at certain times, but more on the truth of the matter. And the truth is that we want to make sure it's a Formula One on everybody's counter. You know, that's the future of the world. So, I mean, we just need to focus on what we're actually here to do and focus on being on level 10 at all times. And I just appreciate everybody meeting Shonda, Ellen. Felt like we weren't strangers. Like we had, you know, seen her yesterday or the day before. So, I mean, I had fun. It was cool. That's about it.
All right. Give it up to Tip. That's what I'm talking about, Tip. You and Billy the same person. So we got 10 minutes. No, we got 12 minutes. So what we need from the next 12 people, I think we still got like 12 people. We need 1 minute apiece. And trust me, you're all leaders. You're going to be on the stage. You're going to be on STS, LDW stages. And you're going to get up there and you're going to be on the panel. They're going to be like, you got 1 minute to tell your story. So right now you get 1 minute to share. I know you got a lot to share. I know you got a lot to share. We can do that some other time. Right now we want to respect everybody's time. So I'm going to pass it to Gina. Then let's go Bowler, then Ron, and then anybody else I see on here that was there. I see Janaea, Splat, and we'll just keep passing it. Anybody else, Billy, maybe you have somebody who I haven't seen. But let's roll like that.
Claude.
So, yeah, Claude. So let's go with Gina. Go for it. And remember, y'all, 1 minute. Let's get it. You got it.
All right, minute starts now. So big ups to everybody who went out. I went to LDW with the intentions on learning. I teach for a living, and I realized that being there, I wasn't really a people person at the beginning, but I love y'all to death. Just being there and listening to everybody speak, especially about the concept of balance. I work 36 hours in a day. I'm tired, but I realized that being around my coworkers, they realized that, oh, Miss Flowers, man, you always up pumping. Yeah, Herbalife tea. I sold a couple today. They waiting on the 20th to drop through. So, I mean, just big ups to everybody who went in there. Tip, I'm proud of you for being supervisor. Yeah. Parnell, big ups. Again, thank you for bringing me in. Garen, when you just went in the beginning and just thanked us for just being a part of the team, that really, really, really hit home. So I appreciate Zen. Who's next? Janaea? Is that next? Oh, who? I don't know. So, but I appreciate it. Who?
Hey,
Hey.
one thing is, my first event that I went to was Vegas Extravaganza. So I was like, what's next after that? I went to Extravaganza. It's the biggest event. What's the point of going to the rest of the events? That's the biggest event. But it's very important to go to